Welcome to Truth Be Told. The views and opinions that you hear today are variations of individuals within the community. We're not here trying to minimize the female, male, single life, or individuals in relationship. We just simply looking to have the truth be told. As you see today, we have the all guys set, and we're going to talk about conversations we usually have without the females here, which is women. So let's get right into it. So, do you guys prefer a domesticated woman or a woman that's chasing a career? What do you guys say? What's your preference per se?
That's a tough one. I think it's all a balance. I mean, because I wouldn't want a woman if you're going to be quote unquote domesticated, because I know some women may take that to the heart as something negative. But if you're going to be a domesticated woman and you're taking care of the house and the home, and I'm providing financially, that's cool. If you want to be a career woman, that's fine too. But it just depends on if you're going to excel at either one.
Okay. Okay. How about you?
Well, I think there's actually benefits, and let me say there's different like pros and cons to both of them. For like a career woman, the career woman is now feel like she's the man now. So I feel like she wants to. It's this way, got to do it that way.
Yeah.
It's her way, the highway. She got the career. She's doing good. You can't tell me nothing. That's the career woman. The domesticated woman is more like, well, I'm here all day at my house. You out working. I'm bored. I want to do this. I want to go do something. And we're like, I just got off work.
I mean, I know it's a TV show, but if you look at the case of Claire Huxtable, who was a career-oriented woman, did she tell Cliff what to do?
Different generations.
Different generations.
Different generations.
Time, different settings. The way I look at it, I mean, if she wants to do a career, then go ahead. Try to get that money, work. But just know life will happen.
What are you trying to say? You gonna knock her up?
No, not even.
What are you trying to say? Life will happen. What do you mean?
What I mean is the potentially if she's in a relationship with somebody and she's saying, "Yo, I'm focused on career," and it's gonna happen.
Oh, okay.
It's gonna happen. You're gonna have relations.
Or even look at the downfall of this. If you are a career-oriented woman and you're so focused on your career, you may forget about the aspect that you actually have a man.
True.
So you're so locked into what you're doing, you forget about the relationship aspect, and then things will fall apart very quickly.
Well, I'm looking for myself. If you could bring finances, of course that's going to be helpful.
Yeah.
But you gotta know how to cook better than me. I mean, myself, I'm a 4.5-star chef. I'm not even gonna lie.
Okay.
But you gotta be a 5-star chef. Make some rice. Make some good chicken. Put the sauce all over it.
Rice is like 10 seconds.
Not the box rice. I'm talking about the jasmine rice in the bag.
Right.
Asian people know what to talk about.
But my thing too is that for a career woman, it's like there's no support there for her man. Meaning that if her man has a dream or ambitions to do something, she's gonna be like, pointless. You know what I'm saying? Because she knows already. Because she got her career.
Yeah.
She got everything. So she knows what to do already. She's already established. So if you be like, yo, I love music. I want to be a rapper. I want to be a musician. What?
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
There's no money in that.
Well, it all depends. I mean, if you're a 40-odd-year-old man talking about, I want to be a rapper, then you guys watch the movie Daddy's Little Girls when Gabrielle Union went on a date with the dude. He was like in his 40s. He called himself, and he was like, Julia, never tell him what I do to ya. Like, So I mean, a guy like that, you're in your 40s because after all, especially depending on the region you live in, it's not going to be that feasible for you to be a rapper.
Okay,
that's true.
All right.
Well, that was just an example.
No, I hear what you're saying.
I think we're almost in the consensus with that.
Mm-hmm.
But how about the history of a female being a deal breaker? You know what I'm saying? Does a female's history, because we're all older, we're all over 25, we're all 27, 28, 29, early 30s, whatever the case is.
Right.
Is the history of a female going to stop you from taking her serious?
Well, there's a school of thought I have on that. If it's the giraffe mentality, where if I don't see it, it's not there, then I'm not worried about it.
Mm-hmm.
But on the flip side, though, it depends on how damaging her history was. Like, I mean, guys always talking about how many men women slept with and all that. I mean, again, it all depends on what you're willing to tolerate. So, like, I know someone had asked me, well, what if your girl was a stripper? And I know you guys were bringing it up earlier. If my woman was a stripper in college and she did it to pay her bills, and I'm not sure everyone agrees with that, but if she did it to pay her bills and this was 15 years ago, but now she's doing her thing, then whatever. I mean, who am I to sit there and point the finger at you? Because we all have salty past.
True. We all have a good friend that said strippers are humans too, right? That's what a good friend of mine said.
But if she stripped 2 or 3 years ago, that's a different story.
Yeah.
Of course. What you think?
My thing about that, about the history thing is, like he said, if I don't know about it, I'm not gonna ask questions. But if somebody goes down the street, I'm walking down the street with you, and all of a sudden they're pointing at you like, "Hey, how you doing?" I'm like, "How you know him?" "Oh, we used to date." Go down the next street. "Oh, how you doing?" Wait a second. Hold on. Wait a second.
Right.
Now it's like,
how many coincidences?
Yeah. It's like, I don't know. I gotta slow down right quick. But
how about you? What you think? Does the history matter?
No, but again, like the other brother said, it out of sight, out of mind. If I don't know about it, then I'm not gonna dig that deep. Why am I digging? Because I'm looking for something.
True.
And if I'm looking for something and I find it, and it happens to be negative, then we just went through this whole.
So let's be honest though. Right now, maybe we don't look for it, but if your man's comes up to you, one of your friends come up to you, say he heard this and that about her from back in the day, it's not going to change your perception of her.
No.
No.
It was back in the day though.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, again. Okay, like if she was a prostitute, again, it all depends on degrees. If she was a prostitute, then no, obviously not. But if she's like, yeah, I heard she smashed my mans and she smashed my mans. If that's back in the day, I have no control over that because again, I could have done some dirty stuff too. So would I want her to point the finger at me and say, well, you used to do this and this and this and get on her soapbox? No.
Yeah, another thing too. A lot of girls go through that having fun period. I feel like girls need to go through that have fun period. They need to go out there and have fun, go on adventure. Like, just do your thing so you know what you want.
Swallow their ropes.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, you want a girl. You don't want to meet a girl when she hasn't been through that phase, because then she's gonna go through that phase, and then you're gonna be like, wait a second, slow down.
Yeah, I'm not, because you probably already went through that.
Yeah. So
like, I'm not trying to.
I think the key is that as long as I'm not connected to it anyway, I'm okay with it.
Right.
But if I'm connected to it, like my boy, someone I'm associated with, even if it's not my direct friend I'm associated with, how am I going to feel walking with her? Then he sees me and he's giving me that. I did it before, so give that little spring, like, what up? I'm not going to be the guy on the other side of the spectrum.
Let me ask you guys this. So let's say, for instance, you were with a woman, you guys were in a monogamous, committed relationship, and you don't really know each other's sexual history. And then let's say you brought her around one of your boys, and then it turns out he used to date her, and he even had sex with her. Would that make you cut it off?
Yes. My boy, my direct friend, yes.
But I'm saying, let's say you didn't know. You guys were together for a long period of time, and you just happened to find it on a whim. I'm saying, well, look, we've been together 2 years. I'm sorry.
Come on.
It's a wrap.
You're trying to say my friend, someone that's like legit on my right-hand side, all of a sudden, things happen, I get it. I'm nah.
No, I don't know about that. I don't know about that because I know a few people that actually they've been, they mess with one female and then things didn't work out, and then a couple of years later down the road they end up talking, and then then their friends, they have chemistry right there. So it's like it all depends. I mean,
so you could.
Yeah.
So right now, when I'm listening to this, seems like I'm the only one that's on the other side. So right now, you can date your friend's ex from 5 years ago.
But if
it's a yes or no question. 6 years ago, could you date your friend's ex?
If I knew they were dating, no.
Right?
If I knew they were dating, no.
If he hit it 3, 4, 5 times.
Again, okay, but it depends. If we're in a relationship and we're already moving forward, and I happen to find out, he had sex with her 3 or 4 times, I have no control over that. But if they used to date and I knew they used to date, then no, I wouldn't go there.
Yeah,
but if
it's not knowing. Okay, I mean,
right.
Not knowing.
Right.
Knowing is completely different. I'm trying to say, if you found out that your man said it like 4 or 5 times, you're okay with it? And you just so happen to find out 3 months later, you're okay with it?
I mean, if it's in that short of a time span, I might have to be like.
It depends the time.
It depends on the time.
3 months is like,
then you like you
still
can't
fresh.
touch that. You can't touch that.
I can't cross that line, especially if it's my boy.
Right.
Like you said, if she was dating him and I knew it, then I couldn't do that just because of that respect.
Right.
Yeah.
That's my boy. I don't want to.
Right.
That's your thing. Y'all had that. she's over there. Now, if I didn't know and I found out, then I'd be like, all right, I'm with her now before I found out you were with her.
And once feelings get wrapped up in it, it's hard to turn back.
Yeah, I mean,
y'all are bugging. that's crazy. No, that's just crazy. But I can't do it.
No doubt.
The history of a young lady, it does play in its effect. But like you said, if you don't know nothing about it, you don't want to ask. Just out of sight, out of mind. You don't want. If she's coming from, she just moved to Boston, wherever she's from, and she got to pass over there, but you don't know it. But she's fresh to you. It's a go.
Stay over there. Stay way over there.
What if she went to jail? What if she had a criminal record?
Okay.
Well, depending on what she does, or you don't care. Period.
I mean, did she murder her ex-boyfriend?
Right.
Well, I'm sure if she murdered, she'd still be in jail.
Well, you know what I'm saying.
Want the females on Snap?
Right.
That's what matters, right?
Crazy.
So, question: what would make you give? Because I had a couple girls ask me that. How can a guy, or what makes a guy give a girl the title? Because you could be dating a girl for a year or so, or a year or some change, whatever the case is, but you never give the girl the girlfriend official title. What would make you give a girl a title?
Well, that's weird though, because like, say for instance, you were dating her for a year, and you introduced her to your peoples, and you said, "Yeah, this is Tanya," and it's like, wait a minute, she's you couldn't say I'm your girlfriend. Like, why does it have to be just my name? For me to give her a title, I really can't put a timetable on. I just think it depends on how much we mesh and how we communicate and just the chemistry we have. And then at that point, it's like, well, we're already doing it. No sense of saying, you're my girlfriend, here's a promise ring. It's, you're my girl. It is what it is. I mean, some people go by the notion, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. We'll just keep it going and that's it. Some people like to have that established title. But I just think it all depends on how long and where you guys are at.
How about you two? What you guys think?
Honestly, I used to be one of the dudes who didn't really like titles, just because like the whole boyfriend girlfriend thing, and we're not in a committed relationship right now. We're just, it's not like we're dating and then a couple years we're gonna become married. I never was big on the whole titles thing, but
so what could make you give the title out, especially not being big on it?
When I wasn't big on it, what would make me go that far? I mean, I just have to see how she act. Was she gonna hold me down? Is she gonna, do whatever it is that
Okay.
How are we gonna kick it? Is she gonna stay up to that? And
All right.
it's
How about you?
It's when I'm ready. You get that title. You get that title when I'm ready. When I'm done messing with these other girls and doing my thing and having my fun. If you still there and you know I did all that, oh yeah, you won it. You win it. That's it. When I'm ready. So
you're ready to answer that one.
Oh yeah, when I'm ready, man. Because honestly, is like you said, if it's not broke, if it's not broke, don't fix it.
Yeah.
I just go right into it. Like, so it just happens. Like, you already know you're my girl. Like, everybody knows. I bring you around the homies, bring you around my family. Everybody knows. I don't gotta say, oh yeah, you're my girlfriend. You already know. So
let me put a little wrinkle on it. At what point would you bring her around your family? How long do you have to be doing this to bring her around your family?
See, so for me, it's a little different because I have a very chill, relaxed family. It doesn't, I can bring anyone around. It is what it is. You see what I'm saying? So it's not like I'm introducing, this is my girlfriend per se. You'd be like, oh, that's a girl around Kurt. Okay, cool. And they just keep it trucking. So it's not really a big
to
thing.
do.
Yeah, it's not big to do.
See, with my mother, no girl just meets my mother. No. I gotta make sure you're right. It could be a month. It could be a year. I gotta make sure.
That feeling. Right?
Yeah, you gotta be right because you meet my mother. My mother's a strong woman.
Right.
My mom's gonna be like, yo, Keith. Get her out of here. She ain't
That's
right.
Mom Dukes, man. You
gotta to present them to my mother. You gotta be like you gotta be dope. You gotta be there. You gotta be the one.
Okay.
So,
how about you two?
And go ahead.
No, go right ahead.
Well, my personal experience, like you're saying, you have to make sure everything is right because you don't want to bring around your mother. Your mother likes her. Then things go sour between the two of you, and all of a sudden it's, whatever happened to so-and-so? She was such a nice girl. And then you're sitting there with 101 questions you have to answer well. And then you don't want to. You just want to be like, listen, it's done. But if your mom gets attached to her and then things don't work out, you faced with 101 questions, and then you have to sit there and deal with it. And then she was such a nice girl. You let it slip through your fingers.
It's funny you said that because, like an idiot, I brought someone around the family You know what I'm saying? She was around a couple times. My family fell in love with her, and I knew I had to cut it off. And then, I was an idiot. That was a dummy move by me. Because still to this day, they'll bring her up. I can bring her on anyone else. Like, oh, if she doesn't compare to that girl, why don't you bring that girl back? What you thinking
What
about?
happened to that next girl?
I get that all the time, so that part's a little frustrating. So that's a good point. I might have to mature my approach. I might have to do that. I can make that. How about you?
Yeah, she has to. I don't have like a checklist or anything like that, but you know, there's certain things that she has to do. You know, I mean, if she coming around moms, you know, in particular, my mom went to college. You know, she went to Georgetown. So one of the things she told me off bat was, if I ever bring my lady friend around, she better have went to school. She doesn't not necessarily have to go to college, but she has to have some type of form of education.
Okay.
I don't want to be walking around with some you know, dumb chick. I'm not dumb in the least. I don't want the girl I'm with to be dumb either. So she was like, that's one of the requirements that she wants to see. So I kind of agree with that. As long as you have some type of education, as long as you graduate high school, you good.
So to that point, is there characteristics you look for in a female?
Go ahead, bro.
I like it. It's funny because they say you get with your mother. Hold on.
I know what you mean.
Talking about cougars again?
What I'm saying is that she got to be independent. She got to be mature. She got to have a good head on her shoulders. She got to know what she wants, and she actually got to act on that. You know what I'm saying? She got to be driven. I can't be with a girl who just want to sit there and just let me do everything.
Or watch Love and Hip Hop all
day. Yeah,
day.
you know what I'm saying?
Burn brains.
I was about to start cursing. Sorry.
Go ahead.
No. I hate those reality shows, man. Like I can't stand them. With me, she has to get me. I think that's the most important thing. You have to get me. Like me, I have a very perverted, sarcastic sense of humor.
Keep it 100. Keep it 100.
I have a dirty mind, so like I like to look at those smutty white boy comedies. I like to look up crazy ratchet stuff on YouTube.
You said it perverted. That's a funny thing.
You know what I mean? That's just me. So she has to get me. Like, you know, I don't want somebody who's like, oh, like prudish, like, oh, no. No, I mean, if you get me, I'm not going to sit there and say, well, you have to have this education. You have to have this. You have to be progressive, though.
Yeah.
But I just think it just has to be about our chemistry and what we have. Like, I mean, if you're a high school graduate and you're making $10 an hour, but we kick it, we're cool, we laugh, we joke, we can sit up for hours and talk, I'm cool. Like, I don't ask you too much.
A mature conversation with her. It doesn't always have to be.
But at the same time, we can go look at some crazy stuff on YouTube and talk about it.
Like, oh, that's funny.
Yeah, exactly. To that point, I know I had this conversation recently with my friend. He has a problem. He would have a problem if his female's making more money than him. Do you guys have under that notion? Like, he wants to be the traditional type, the breadwinner. So he would have that problem. How about you guys?
I disagree with that. Because if I know I can hold my own, like, you know, I can take care of myself with or without you, that's fine. I would have an issue if you constantly wash my face about how much you make and how much I don't, or what degrees you have and what I don't have.
So that's how she.
Then there's a problem. But I mean, if you're making 60 grand, I'm making 45. Fine. I mean, we put our money together, or if we're separate, right? Or if we're separate, I take my 45 and just do me.
How about you two?
I have no problem. You know what I'm saying? If you making more money than me, hey, that's what's up. You know, like you said, if we're gonna come together and try to, you know, start a family unit and be considered one, that's just going to make it a little easier, you know. But if you start throwing it in my face and say, "Oh, I make more money than you," and now we got a problem because I'm not going to sit here and take that, you know. I come home every day, I go to work every morning, you know. I pay the bills, I do what I can.
So how about you?
I think that's the old school thinking. That's all old school because now these days, not even just in this generation, you need two people to make money to actually have a nice house and have things you want. You need two incomes. Yeah. So there's no way that because you make more money or I make more money. I don't care. We still gonna put together.
Yeah, exactly.
You still paying half the rent. I'm still paying half the electric bill. So it doesn't matter as long as stuff gets paid. I don't care.
I think it's almost an insecurity thing.
Yeah.
That's what it is. It's an insecurity thing that you feel like she's on top of you for whatever reason. Money is just money, but it's an insecurity thing.
And I think a lot of us can agree, that the worst thing that you can have in a woman is a woman who's emasculating, like a woman who'll sit there and make you feel like less of a man because she's of a certain status and you're not.
Correct.
And I think with you throwing in my face, then it doesn't work.
Okay.
And just can I add to that? And then just being a man in general, you don't want to hear that. I mean, at times we need to hear that because it's the truth as far as her speaking truth. But to put a man down just like, oh, I make more money than you, that's not cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying ladies always have to stroke our ego, this, that, and the third, but try to be supportive to us or to your man.
Okay.
Like, all right, I know you're not making as much as me, but I know you. I see you working. I still see you handling your responsibilities.
So to that point, what is the biggest turnoff or cons that you usually see right now in females that really just irk you, like your pet peeve per se?
Insecurity. I can't stand insecurity. I can't stand the fact that girls want to feel like they gotta be like Kim Kardashian, Beyonce, all of them. I can't stand that. Yo, if I met you when you was 300 pounds and I'm still with you at 150 and you went back to 300, it doesn't matter. Yo, I'm with you, but you will feel like you gotta be like the people on TV all the time.
Yeah, man, I hate that.
Get out of here. It's like because what it does is now it brings a aura to the house, like, oh man, I gotta be like them. And now she's thinking that all you looking at is girls like that. So it just messes the whole thing up. Yeah.
Okay. How about you?
I say insecurity, and to piggyback off the insecurity part is we all want a woman who can give us the benefit of the doubt. Right. We don't want a woman constantly chasing up after you, what you're doing, who you this, who you that.
That goes into insecurity,
right?
Too.
Right, and that's a turnoff for me. And also too, just a woman who wants things her way. Oh. I don't like that. I feel it's give and take. I have no problem compromising. I have no problem saying, "Oh, you got that." But when you want to dominate and know it's my way or it's not happening, that doesn't work.
Okay. How about you?
No, I have to agree. It's a 50-50. My father said, well, not even what my father said, it's what my father did. I saw how he treated my mom, and there'd be times where they'll get into it, but at the end of the day, it was always 50-50. You do this, I got your back. I'm gonna do this, you got my back. It's like you said. So what? You make more money than me. At the end of the day, I'm paying half the rent. You paying half the cable or whatever. It's still 50-50. Even when there's an argument, okay, they still have to.
Or to your point, I also like ambition. You gotta have some type of goals. I hate that comfortability level. A lot of females feel comfortable. That's why they're watching TV 8 hours of the day. You know what I'm saying? I got dreams, goals. I'm about to be a multimillionaire. I'll say 3 years. I'm retiring at 30. That's my goal. So you better
right?
So you better be able to support that. You see what I'm saying? So don't talk down, negative speaking. My son. There's some negative people out there.
Yeah, so my type of girl too. I like a girl to walk around like she's the baddest girl out there, but she don't have to show it. But she could just walk, and you already know.
That's what it
is. She's comfortable. She got her head up high, chest
out. That walk, too, that bounce in her walk.
That. You can't tell me nothing, homie. I don't need you, but I want you. That type of thing. So
let me just add something to that though. At the same time, what I'm saying, we're definitely talking about the women aspect, but we definitely have to talk about or acknowledge our part in all of this as well. I mean, we're men. We have to act like it. There's certain things that.
What you mean by that, though?
We have to step up to the plate and do the things that we have to do so that our women that we're talking about can do what we like them to do. And I'm not necessarily saying that in a controlling manner, but again, it's 50-50. We have a role to play too. We have to do what men have to do. We have to go to work, pay the bills. You know what I'm saying? We have to, every now and again, I know you was talking about it before. You know, do the dishes, take out the trash or whatever. Like,
Okay.
you know, we're still men. We can talk about what we want women to do, but we have to do what we have to do first. And once we do that, the women will, damn, that is my king right there. You know, I can't wait to come home and
that's good.
Make his bath water or something like that.
So to that point, I think we all agree what we are looking for in women, and hopefully a lot of females out there took notes and jot down notes and had their pens and notebooks. And,
Record this one.
Record this one.
DVR.
Whatever the case is.
TiVo.
So to that point, we have the truth be told for that. Thank you.